You don't suck at sales. You just have not figured out what type of salesperson you are. If you're stuck at a certain level right now, you got to understand that there's levels to this game in car sales or just sales in general. And the first thing that you need to do to improve your numbers, to increase your income, is that you need to identify what type of salesperson that you are, and then you need to go to work on it, on how to get to the next level. Now, in the automotive industry, there's three types of salespeople. You're either a cooler, you're a closer, or you're a cleaner. If you haven't heard these terms before, these terms are from a man named Tim Grover. Tim Grover was the personal trainer for Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Dwayne Wade. And he talks about in this book that in the NBA, there's basically three types of salespeople. There's coolers, there's closers, and there's cleaners. Cooler, if you're a cooler in the automotive industry right now, you're probably stuck between making $3,000 to $5,000 right now. Who is a cooler? A cooler is a guy who just walks into the dealership, puts his bag down, goes grabs a coffee, goes and says hi to everybody. Everybody likes him. The management team like him. They don't really find him a pain in the ass, but they don't really like him at the same time as well. Cooler is the guy who just is winging it. He's the guy who doesn't read any books. Comes in at 9, he leaves right at 5. He's that guy who might be a little bit frustrated, but you know what? He's accepted his reality. He's accepted that this is the type of person that he's going to be. A cooler is a guy who's probably on Indeed all the time, looking for different career options, looking for a different job, thinking that the grass is going to be greener on the other side. Of course it is. A cooler is a guy who is distracted, who has no focus. He's a guy who has not got all in. He's got 1 foot in and he's got 1 foot out. And a cooler is a guy that blames everybody else for his circumstances except for himself. A cooler is a guy who's always hanging around the coolers. If you find yourself being a cooler, your income is probably around $3,000 to $5,000 every single month. And if any of the things that I talked about right now, any of the points resonated with you, then you're probably a cooler. The next type of salesperson is a closer. This guy right here, he's good at closing. He's got good energy. But this guy as well, he's just winging it. He stopped working on himself. He stopped reading books. He stopped watching YouTube videos on how to improve his vocabulary. This guy doesn't rely on habits. All this guy mainly relies on is ups and leads. A lot of the guys who have been in this industry for 4 to 5 years, they're closers. You know what they do? They grab all the leads that they can. Even after 4 or 5 years, they don't have any referrals. They grab all the ups that they can. They bitch and they complain. They have a lot of half deals. They steal a lot of clients from other new salespeople. They've been in this industry for a little bit. They're pretty decent at closing. But if you look at their gross is probably very, very low. They don't make that much money that they do per car. They give away a lot of vehicles. They try to desk their own deals. They talk about interest rates all the time. They give customers trade-in values before the manager even gets a chance to appraise their car. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound like you? That sounds like a guy who's been in the industry for 4 or 5 years and thinks he knows it all. But why are you still making $5,000 to $10,000 a year? Why are you still making that? Why are you only making $5,000 to $10,000 a year when there's guys out there making $15,000 to $20,000 every single month? Why is that? Is it because your brand? Is it because your managers? Is it because of the inventory? I can tell you right now, it's not. It's because you're winging it. You're taking shortcuts. I can tell you right now, a closer is a shortcut master. He thinks he's mastered it all, but he's a master of actually nothing. But the first step of you improving your income is identifying what type of person that you are and is facing your reality. This is who you are. And you need to accept this and you need to decide and make a decision that you're not going to be this guy anymore. The third type of salesperson that there is, and I put question mark beside the income because the income is limitless. Who are cleaners? You might have heard of Michael Jordan before, maybe Kobe Bryant. Guess what? When Michael Jordan was on the court, or Kobe Bryant was, do you think the opposition liked him? Do you think even some of his teammates liked him? No, they didn't, but they respected him. Cleaners, they don't work on their emotions. They work on daily non-negotiables. They don't care about the weather. They don't care about what's going on inside, but they go to work every single day and they don't leave until they do their daily non-negotiable tasks. They don't have a lot of friends. The salespeople around them, a lot of them, they don't really like the cleaner. They don't like him, but they do respect him. And I can tell you right now, if you're a salesperson, everybody likes you, you're probably in one of these two categories here. Because as a cleaner, you will not be liked. You will be completely misunderstood. People will talk about you behind your back, but people only talk about people that are doing something. Nobody talks about people that are doing nothing. People only talk about those that are doing something. If you find a lot of people talking about yourself, that's probably because you're a cleaner. You're doing the right things. A cleaner, he makes a habit of working on himself by reading books, by growing his mind. by growing his mindset. A cleaner has no distractions, knows how to play the games. He knows to keep his managers closer than he does his colleagues. His managers are his best friends. His managers are the ones that he goes to lunch with, to dinners with. His managers are the ones that he invites over to his house, not the salespeople that work with him. If you got into this video so far, I can tell you, if you want to learn how to go from a cooler to a cleaner, you can text me at any time and ask me any question that you want at 778-928-0430, or you can reach out to me on IG and shoot me a DM. But for you, which one are you? Are you a cooler? Are you a closer? Or are you a cleaner? And in 2025, what are you going to decide to be? Are you sick and tired of making $3,000 to $5,000 a month? Have you been in the industry for 4 or 5 years? You're making 5 to 10K a month. Are you sick and tired of that? Are you ready to accept your reality? Are you ready to go to war with yourself and become the next best version that you've ever become in 2025? Because I'll tell you what, you'll watch this video, you'll do it for a week, you'll do it for 2 weeks, but next year, 2026 in December is going to roll around and your income is going to be exactly the same. And I can tell you right now, you are going to regret it. If there's ever been a time to change, the time to change is now. And I'm on a mission to produce as many $100,000 income earners in the automotive industry than there has ever been. And if you want to be a part of this mission, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. And until next time, I'll see you later.